Guys, we are back with the Discovery Tour, and we're going to finish off the daily life section in this episode, and fuck me, we got too far away from Senu. There we go. Who should we play as? I'm kind of getting bored as playing as William Miles. Let's do, I don't know, let's do one of the generic ones, I guess. Let's do this dickhead. He looks like a fucking asshole. Let's go. Let's do... Okay, these are all the ones we have left. We have 7 tours left. Not bad. We can do that. So 7 tours left, so 13. So how many did we do? We did 9 last episode then. Okay. So we could definitely get through 7 here. We should probably actually... We're probably going to actually do this pretty quickly. I think in under 20 minutes. But we'll still... even if we finish this a bit early, we'll continue on. We'll continue talking about random bullshit that we feel like talking about, because that's essentially what these Let's Plays are. It's just me talking about random bullshit and just playing a game in the background. But yeah, Persona 5, still loving it. I beat the 4th Palace quite a while ago at this point, but I'm still not doing anything else yet. Like, I'm still just building relationships, shit like that, because we haven't moved on to the next palace yet. So, but yeah, I think I'm about halfway through the game, which I am, I believe, 38 hours into the game at this point. So, yeah, that means quite a lot. This game's Persona 5 is pretty long, and it's a shame that we can't do a Let's Play of it, because I would actually really like to do a Let's Play of it, but they blocked the recording for Persona 5, so that's kind of disappointing. Because supposedly Atlas didn't want the game to be spoiled and stuff, so they blocked recording, which I think it's understandable, I guess, at the time. Though I feel like they should take it out now, but again, I feel like it's probably more hassle than it's really worth for them. But it would be nice if they took off the block for the recording now, but it is what it is.
The plant was cultivated.
Okay.
This area's style is strongly influenced by the dye baths and tanneries of modern-day Fes in Morocco.
Where are we?
This helped Ubisoft envision what such locations might have been like in ancient Egypt.
Wait, you're mentioning Ubisoft?
Within the city walls.
Oh, what the fuck? We can just lay down here?
Outside the city boundaries. The tanner's trade was considered off-putting by the Greeks.
But yeah, Persona 5 so Persona 5 is so fucking great. Like, it's really one of the best games I've ever played, and it'll be interesting to see what I think of it when I finish it. Because again, like, I'm only like halfway through the game, so I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of shit to do. But I'm still loving it. I really am. I mean, for a dungeon crawler, because that's essentially what, like, Persona 5, I mean, to be honest, it's a mix of many genres. I mean, the Persona games in general, I mean, at least since Persona 3, I haven't played any Persona game before that, but I assume it's relatively similar, but they're essentially dungeon crawlers, mixed in with Pokemon elements, where you're like kind of collecting these personas. Mind you, it's kind of different in a way, because like in Pokemon you're actually fighting with the personas, while in Persona 5 you're playing with fighting with the Pokemon, I mean, but in Persona 5 you're more so just using them as tools. You're not actually, you're playing as yourself, like but you can use the personas to help you out. But so it's essentially an adult version of Pokemon in there, and then it's also mixed in with a life sim. So yeah, and it's a turn-based RPG, just like Pokemon. And to be honest, I don't remember when the first Persona game came out, if it came out. I believe it came out around the same time as Pokemon, right? If not, like, maybe a year later. I believe it was maybe 96. I believe the first Pokemon game came out. Was it 95? I don't remember anymore, to be honest. If you asked me, like 5 years ago, I would have known, but at this point I'm not really super like, my memory of game releases and everything isn't as great as it used to be. It's the last one. Okay.
Children generally had their heads shaved. Young girls
how lovely.
kept some strands intact, while young boys had a braid worn on the side.
Yeah, okay, that's it for that. Now what? We have 5 left. Okay, let's go here. 14 stations, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna switch the character. This is annoying me. It's just so generic. But, yeah, Persona 5, just loving it. I mean, like, the palaces are really, really good. I mean, to be honest, I think the one I just finished was probably my least favorite out of the 4 that I played. I mean, the first one was a castle. That was really, really good. I really, really liked the museum, which was the second one. The third one was a bank, right? And, that one was good. That was good. That wasn't as good as the other ones, but it was good. And then this newest one was like a tomb, like a Egyptian tomb, which that one was fine. I didn't love it as like it's probably my least favorite, but it was still good. I think story-wise, it's really good. I just think tomb-wise, it was probably my least favorite, but still, it's good. Still loving the game. Still building up relationships in the game and everything too. That's really fun.
Stylistically,
I was completed. Like I maxed out my relationship with Ann. Yeah, so I romanced her and everything. So that was fun.
Reliefs could be either in high relief,
which I kind of regret at this point, because like I like Ann, I really like Ann as a character, but I think I like Makoto more as a girlfriend for the main character. So I'm just gonna romance both, and I'm pretty sure I don't know if this for sure, but I'm pretty sure like there's probably going to be a cutscene later on, like in like the cutscene in The Witcher 3 when you romance both Triss and Yennefer. There's probably going to be a cutscene later on in Persona where you get caught cheating or something. But fuck it, I'm just gonna try to romance. Since I'm already gonna I was originally just gonna romance Ann, but it's like I kind of just decided like fuck it, I'll do Makoto too. And like since I'm doing Makoto, I might as well just do all the women that I can in the game. So I'd probably do the teacher, what's her name? Kawakami? Whatever her name is. I'll probably do her as well, and then I'm not do her as in like
it is considered one of the most
whatever.
You can still use photo mode at any time.
Thank you for telling me. I did not know that. Okay, so let's go here. Yeah, and then the doctor, was it Takemi? Is that her name? Probably romance her too. Probably the shogi player, I forgot her name. Probably her too. And then, if we can, I don't know if you can romance that many people. I know you can romance more than one, but I just don't know if you can romance like 10 people or whatever. But whatever, then probably romance, because I believe you can romance every female character, every female confidant in the game, with the exception of like 1 or 2. I don't remember what those 1 or 2 are at this point, but whatever. Yeah, the reporter might try to romance her, might try to romance the Fubuda? Is that her name? I forgot her name. She's a new character that I just encountered in the game. Yeah, it's the last one. Okay. This was really quick. What else is there? Who else is there? I mean, there's the fortune teller. To be honest, I haven't built any relationship with her, so probably not that one. Yeah, like my relationships right now, like essentially, in the game, I mean, like the Morgana relationship and the relationship with the prison warden, with Igor, that's his name, right? Those are, it seems like those just come to you whenever you play through the game. But the relationships with the other characters, like, again, I maxed out on, I'm really high on Takemi, the doctor. I believe that's her name, right? But I'm at the point where I need to actually get more charm, I believe, before I continue her storyline. So that's interesting. And that's something that I should mention this. Something I do really love about Persona 5 is the characters and the development and everything. They just do it so well. I mean, like the way that each character has their own little side story with the main character, and how each character is so like relatable, and also they have a story that you get their motivations and everything. Like, each of them have like very solid motivations for doing what they do in the game, and I mean, at least the main characters do. I mean, like the teacher, like her motivation for doing what she does is just kind of strange, and also just her, like the teacher's like Kawakami, right? That's her name. Like just her storyline in general is just so strange. I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but it's weird. It's a weird thing there, but whatever. Which I am almost maxed out on her, but I don't believe I can finish it until after school, because I'm currently on summer break in the game. So I can't finish her storyline until school starts again. So I'll have to wait for that to finish off the teacher. Again, I need more charm to finish off Takemi. I'm pretty high on Makoto. I believe I'm like level 6 or so out of 10, because 10 is the max. Level 6 on Makoto, I believe, but I need more charm to complete hers as well.
Check out Alexandria. It's one of the greatest cities in antiquity.
Oh, lovely. That sounds like William Miles. I don't think it was, but okay. 2 more. We're almost done. I have a decent relation with Ryuji. I believe I'm at level 5 with him. 5 or 6. I'm level 5 with Mishima. Which, to be honest, he's the most boring fucking confidant in the entire fucking game. I really don't like him or his story. But, whatever. Like he's like always available at night though. It's like funny, like he's like at nighttime, like usually that's when less people are available. There's less things to do with confidants at night. And there's some here and there, but like, they're usually not there every night. Well, Mishima is there every fucking night. So that's the only reason I actually have a 5 relationship with him, is because he's just there all the fucking time. I don't like him, but it's like if I have nothing else to do, I'll just go hang out with him. There's that. Okay. This is the last one.
Ancient Egyptians always had to fight off the omnipresent sand particles.
So yeah, there's the relationship with him. Who else is there? Like Yusuke, I'm only at level 3, I believe. I haven't done too much with him until recently.
Also contributed to attrition.
Who else is there? Shojiro. That's his name, right? The bar owner. I'm only at level 4 with him. I did a lot with him at the beginning of the game. I just kind of dropped off recently. I've just been doing a lot more with other characters. Okay, let's finish this off. Last one. We're about to be done. Then we'll probably talk for another 15 minutes or so, because we're only 13 minutes into this episode, so we might as well make it around half an hour. But yeah, let's finish it with Kemu. What other relationships are there in the game? I'm trying to think. Yeah, the reporter, I'm not too far in. Neither with Shogi. Or with the, not Shogi, that's her name. With the Shogi player, I'm not too far in with those relationships. I just recently got those. I think I'm only at 3 or 4 with both those.
When the god Horus lost his eye in a war with Seth.
I don't care.
A millennia-old tradition. Grape cultivation and wine production was regimented.
Who else is there? There's got to be more confidence in that. There's a lot of confidence in the game, and I really like that. I mean, there's Iwai, is that his name? The guy from the store. Oh, is that it? That's it? We're done. Okay. Which his relationship I haven't even started yet, just because you need to have really high guts for that, and I don't have it yet. Yeah, it's so hard to level up your skills in the game. It's kind of annoying, like your guts and your like proficiency and knowledge and charm and kindness. And what's so annoying is that a lot of the characters, like to further your relationships with them, you need to increase those skills. Alright, we did it. We're done. I think we're about to get the achievements. Maybe. Are we gonna get it? Please tell me it didn't glitch out. I don't want to do this again. Give me the achievement. That was everything, right? Yeah, that was everything. There we go. We got the achievement.
You can still use photo mode at
Cool.
any time.
We're done. Screw though. We might as well do more tours if we're gonna continue playing this. Let's do the Roman ones. Because why the fuck not? Okay. But yeah, after this we'll be done. We'll be done with this Let's Play. I mean, it's not really a Let's Play, it's just us playing through the daily life stuff just so I can get the achievements. Which we did. So that's cool. But yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna talk about Persona 5 for the rest of the episode. So I mean, if you don't want to listen to stuff about Persona 5, don't listen. Yeah, I think I've unlocked almost every confidant in the game, though. I think I did look at a list of the confidants, so I believe there are still a couple. There's one in particular I know that hasn't even appeared yet. Or at least, like, the character has appeared in one cutscene, but, like, we haven't seen her since.
The quality of the armor of a Roman foot
But every
soldier was
other
intrinsically
one
linked to
except
the
for that
social
I've
status
gotten
of wealth.
already, so.
Chainmail was the most commonly used type of.
Okay.
Roman soldiers used the same types of weapons. The stomach
Yeah, the
and
bad
face
thing though
were the
about
most
On,
targeted
even
parts of the
though
body. As such, a legionary
like, because
was
the thing is,
equipped with
leveling
two
up
close
your,
combat
like, when you
weapons,
perform fusions
a
with your
dagger and a short
personas,
sword, known as a gladiator.
your relation, because each confidant
During their
obviously relates to a
conquests,
type
the
of
Romans
persona,
regularly
and when you do
transformed
fusions
enemy
with your
technologies
personas,
to add to their own formidable
the
arsenal.
confidant's level
After capturing
that's
a
related to
Carthaginian
persona
vessel,
that you just
the
fused
Romans adopted its
will
better features and constructed a
determine
superior
how much
fleet of
power
ships.
that persona
Adapting
gets.
heavy artillery
And
designs
the
from
problem with
Greek models
maxing out
aided
On
the Romans
first,
in the
I
iconic
realize,
symbol
that
of
are in
Roman
her
warfare.
category, because she is the lover's persona, right? And there's not that many great ones there, but still, I do really like On as a character. I really like. I mean, she's not the greatest character in the world, but she's fine for what she is, and I think overall, like, her motivations are well thought out. I do think she's I do think the thing that's strange about her is that the fact that she doesn't have much like, she's a very I don't know, like a lonely sort of unconfident sort of girl, yet she's like really attractive and whatever. It's just kind of strange that that's the case, but whatever. Really like On. She's cool.
Welcome to Roman forts.
Okay.
The size of a Roman
Yeah, I do like
military
Makoto
camp,
as
known
well.
as a
Makoto's an
castrum,
interesting
varied
character as well. I mean, not
rectangular
gonna.
in shape.
Is
The
it
forts
revealed
were
right away?
heavily
Whatever. I mean, she has
fortified
like
by
certain family
ramparts
members
and a
that are
ditch system.
hard on
The
her.
walls were- Access doors
I mean,
on
like,
all
she's just a
four sides
relatable
were
character.
each
I mean, she's
flanked
like a
by
know-it-all
guard
sort of thing.
towers.
Like, again, like, that's the thing about Persona, is that all the
Commanding officer was
characters are
positioned in the middle of the
very,
camp, giving him a
I don't know if generic is the right word, but they're very, like,
Along with sleeping
cliche. Like, they're
barracks for the
very
soldiers, the fort
based
also
off
had
of
a granary that was
stereotypes
expected to
of
hold
certain.
rations for a year
Like,
or
I mean, like,
longer.
Ryuji is like the
To ensure
typical,
the health of the soldiers,
like,
every camp was
slacker,
equipped
and
with
like
medical staff
how
and a hospital.
On is like the
A clean
typical,
water supply with conduits for a bathhouse and latrines was included
not
in
shy,
the
like,
construction
typical,
of
like,
every fort.
not blonde. I don't know, like, whatever, like attractive girl, essentially.
There is so
Like,
much to
Makoto is
discover.
like the typical, like, really smart girl sort of thing, and like how Yusuke is like the typical, like, straight man sort of thing, and like yeah, like, they all are like kind of just generic characters, but they're all done really well because they're all given like really good backstories. They're given really good dialogue between. No, I don't know if dialogue's right, but at least like really good like relationship stuff between the main character and them, especially during the confidant stuff when you're like with them alone. Like, most of them are given like pretty decent stories. I mean, like, the On stuff is pretty interesting, like her modeling career and how also her guilt with a certain her relationship with a certain other character.
Welcome to the forts of Cyrenaica.
Yay, we're in Cyrene.
Cyrenaica was a Libyan region under Roman control, gifted
Yep.
to Rome by one of Cleopatra's.
I don't care.
Stone was the most commonly used material to build forts in Egypt.
Alright, we're at
and
19
Cyrenaica.
minutes now.
Though no real proof of a fortress similar to the one before you has been uncovered in that region, the team
I don't care.
The forts of Cyrenaica
But
were intended to prevent
yeah, I'm interested in seeing how Fubuda is as a character, because again, we've seen her, but we've never really had one-on-one interaction with her in the game at the point where I'm at, so I'm interested in seeing where that goes, because it seems like she's going to be a fun character. I mean, she's like, again, she's like the typical loner girl sort of character, but like a hacker girl, and she seems I don't know if fun is the right word, but I don't know, she's like quirky sort of stuff, and she can, I bet she'll be some fun. Okay. Yeah, I really like how the plot plays out too, because there's a lot of foreshadowing that happens. There's a lot of like characters showing up way before they join the Phantom Thieves, and like there's a lot of really cool things with that. I do really like that. Again, like for the most part, the plot is pretty predictable. Like you can tell when like when a certain reveal is gonna happen, when whatever. Like again, it's a pretty predictable narrative, but it's still a fun one. Like that's why I said, like I've talked those before in other Let's Plays, like when I was talking about Persona 5. The story itself isn't mind-blowing. Like he got nominated for a lot of like best narrative awards, which it is a good narrative, but it's not like anything mind-blowingly great. But it's just it is done really well though. I mean, it's super strong. Like it's pretty much just a generic anime plot with like a story with teenagers who are doing who are trying to save the world, have secret identities, that sort of thing. Pretty generic stuff. But it's told really well with really good characters. I really like that. And yeah, it just feels like a really good anime that you're just playing through, and I really like that. I do have problems with like certain, like it is kind of annoying how much they talk about, oh my god, humans are crooked, or not human, adults are crooked, adults suck, fuck adults. Like it's okay, we get the point, but yeah, they say it like a billion fucking times in the game. Where am I going? Am I going the wrong way? Did I go the wrong way? Oh, that's incredible, I went the wrong way. It looks like. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. But, yeah. I love Persona 5. I still, at this point, stand by my statement that I made before. I do think it is a pretty flawless game. I do think, if I were to be a video game reviewer, and I was to give it a score, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Like, and to be honest, that's a very rare thing from me. Like, I mean, I don't think there is that, like, there are that many flawless games. Like, I talked about this in a previous video as well. Ironically, I believe I started talking about it before I started playing Persona 5. But I did talk about, like, when I was trying to think of, like, a literally flawless game, it's very hard to think of one. I think maybe Mass Effect 2 comes to mind. But it's, like, outside of that, and even that's debatable, I think there's really no flawless game. And to be honest, I think Persona 5 is a pretty flawless game. Again, it has minor issues here and there, kind of like my opinion of like Mass Effect 2. But I think it's as close to perfect as you're gonna get.
Water management was taken seriously by the Romans. Cyrenaica benefited greatly from Roman administration, with the construction of aqueducts and canals. The source of water varied depending on the location. Many aqueducts were built at the foot of the mountains, offering greater flow from the melting snow.
Okay.
The ability to transport
there we go. Now we're back on track.
Greater distance increased agricultural production.
But
some aqueducts were reported to be over 7 kilometers
I adore Persona 5. I really think
where the Greeks
it's
of Libya
pretty flawless so far.
Mainly on olive trees and figs, which
I think there's like minor complaints, like the fact that after you go to Mementos or after you go into Callus, that you can't do anything for the rest of the day. I think that's annoying. But I mean, it is what it is.
Materials, water
and then, like, the thing is, with like if you go to like the bathhouse, or if you do something like pretty insignificant, it like ends your fucking day anyway. But again, I get it. I get it. Like, it's not like flaws where it's like, why the fuck is this here? Like, I understand why it's there. So it's like, I'm not as upset by it. And to be honest, it's not really a flaw. It's just a game mechanic that they put in the game. I mean, it is what it is. I would prefer if they didn't do it, but I mean, whatever. It's not too big of a deal. I guess we might as well finish the Roman stuff here, too. Since, we are only one away. And, we only have, and we still have, what, 4 minutes left until 30 minutes into the video, so might as well do it. Yeah, I do think at this point, I was looking at the cover recently. Oh yeah, Ketchy, I forgot about that. That was another confidant I haven't talked about, which I've barely done anything with him. But, yeah, I was looking at the cover of Persona 5 just to see if I've seen every character on the cover, and I believe I have at this point. Again, there's one character that I mentioned earlier that, was only like shown for like a second, and I assume she's going to become more of a major character later on. But,
easily accessible, crucifixions were popular entertainment among
pretty much have seen every character in the game, so that's interesting.
Unlike throwing victims to wild animals, which required those subjected to crucifixion were almost always slaves, traitors, and lower-class citizens.
But I am interested in seeing where the narrative goes.
In 71 BCE,
it's pretty much like an anime, and it's a fun story. It's not like, again, it's nothing mind-blowing. Like, it's not as like mind-blowingly great narrative-wise as something like Nier Automata. Like, Nier Automata had a great narrative, but for like a completely different reason. Because Nier Automata, I think, narratively is pretty much a masterpiece. Okay, we're done with everything. I don't know. We're just gonna walk around, I guess. I think Nier Automata is pretty much a masterpiece from a narrative standpoint. But like from a gameplay standpoint, it's good. It's really good. But it's not a game I ever really want to play again. I think we're gonna end down the pyramid, to be honest. Let's just go here. But it's like the complete opposite. I'm not the complete opposite, because I still love the narrative of Persona 5. But Persona 5, it's just such a relaxing game as well. Like, there's very few times where you feel like really, really tense from the gameplay. And like, if you do, it's because either one, you're about to die in the fucking battle, or two, because you're trying to do whatever you want to do stealthy. Like, because like the enemies and stuff, you can ambush them, and that gives you an advantage in the fights and stuff. So that's cool. Oh yeah, again, another very minor complaint. I don't like the cover system in the game. I feel like it's very, very finicky. Like, I don't like the way it works, where the way you move around, like where pretty much pushing any direction and the stick like moves you around the corner. It's like, oh, that's really annoying. But it is what it is. So yeah, we're done. We're done with Discovery Tour. We've gotten all the achievements. That's all I really want to do. Obviously, we're not necessarily done, because there's all this fucking shit to do. But who the fuck's gonna do that? Not me. So yeah, we're done. Yeah, this timeline isn't to scale, is it? Actually, why even have the Common Era on here? It's like, there's nothing on the Common Era portion of the timeline. So it's like, why even have the Common Era there? Why don't you just have the entire timeline be the BCE stuff? But whatever. Yo, it's Camus. Shit. Yeah, I'm really tired. Again, I've had a pretty busy day, and it is, I believe, 1 o'clock in the morning. Almost, yeah. It's 12:40. So yeah, we're done. We're done at this shit. So yeah, maybe I'll do Wolf Among Us. Maybe I won't. We'll see. But I guess for now, that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Actually, I want to see something. I mean, Cindy's not available. Oh, fuck off. Alright. Okay, so they do still put that in there for some reason. The zooming in stuff. Oh, you can fast travel to each. Oh, that's interesting. You can fast travel to the markers where the things are. Okay. Okay. Yeah. we're gonna end the episode here. That's it for Assassin's Creed Discovery Tour. So yeah, thank you for watching.